Hi everyone, and welcome back to Ion Harness Racing, sponsored by Trackmaster. I'm Heather Dodds. The eyes of the harness racing world were on Balmoral Park this past Saturday night as 8 American National Finals were contested at the Crete Oval. Be a Magician kept her perfect 2013 record unblemished as she stormed through the inside to win the $118,500 American National 3-year-old filly trot in 1:55 and 2. The sophomore daughter of Cadabra Beehive was driven handedly by Brian Sears for trainer Nifty Norman.
Racing second, Be a Magician is found racing him along the inside. Here's Be a Magician coming late outside Andy Sophia. She'll remain perfect. Be a Magician through and clear.
Captain Treacherous battled a spirited Lucan Hanover all the way to the wire, gutting out a 149 victory in the $256,000 American National for 3-year-old colt pacers on Saturday night. Tim Tetrick steered the Tony Alagna-trained son of Some Beach Somewhere Worldly Treasure to his 13th triumph in 15 starts this season, pushing his 2013 earnings to $2,055,033.
Word Power traveling down along the pylons outside to Wake Up Peter. Captain Treacherous digging in again. Here's Lucan Hanover. One final bid to the captain. Final 16th of a mile. Lucan Hanover outside, inside. Captain Treacherous.
Pet Rock stormed down the Balmoral Park stretch to win the $200,000 American National Open pace in a new track record clocking of 1:48 and 2 for driver David Miller. The 4-year-old son of Rock and Roll Hanover Casual Beauty came flying late to overtake the hard-trying Foiled Again by a head for trainer Virgil Morgan Jr.
Foiled Again fighting on. Where Are We Needy? Just outside, racing up second. Pet Rock arriving out in the middle third. Foiled Again remains clear. Where Are We Needy? One final surge. Here comes Pet Rock. Foiled Again. Pet Rock closing. Pet Rock foiled again.
Perhaps the most interesting storyline of the night came in the $200,000 open trot as 4-year-old trotting mare Maven took on the boys for the first time and was impressive, even in defeat. Market Share wore down the leader Maven to win the race in a new track record of 1:52 and 1 with Tim Tetrick in the sulky for trainer Linda Toscano.
Maven still there. Market Share up and alongside now, beginning to even up with the leader. Here's Market Share up and alongside Maven. Further back, Mr. Herbie trotting up third. Market Share getting to the front, final 1/8 of a mile. Then it's Maven, Mr. Herbie coming late outside Guccio, inside Uncle Peter. Market Share clear. Maven will get second.
We are the U.S. Trotting Association. We don't own or breed racehorses and don't operate racetracks. We're the 20,000 individuals in the United States who do. We publish the sport's most widely read monthly magazine, Hoofbeats. We present the sport's most visited website, ustrotting.com. We teach fans all about racing through our online night school. We help place retired horses through our standardbreds and full circle programs, and we have been advancing the sport of harness racing and the standardbred horse for 75 years. We are the U.S. Trotting Association.
The Matron Stakes eliminations were featured on a standout program this past Sunday at Dover Downs. The top 8 finishers in each of the 8 classes for 2- and 3-year-olds return this Sunday for lucrative finals. The final matron limb was all Shebestingin and David Miller in one of 2 3-year-old filly pace splits. A Bettor's Delight Ambro Tussle filly trained by Joe Holloway, Shebestingin won for the 10th time this campaign in 1:51 and 2.
They're at the top of the stretch, turning for home. Shebestingin 3 lengths now as they come off the turn. Shebestingin pulls away. Trying to hold second, Miss Kayla J. Fraw nearing the wire. Shebestingin's in front.
Shebestingin, who earlier this season became the fastest female pacer ever thanks to a 1:47 score at the Red Mile, will start from post 4 in this Sunday's $130,650 matron final. Our Ken Weingartner caught up with trainer Joe Holloway, who offered his thoughts on the world champion Miss.
It's been decent. When I trained her down, I thought she had a chance to be dominant. She wasn't. You have to show up, like I said. You have to show up. You have to race. I love the night I've been the dominant filly, and she's been the best 3-year-old filly. In my heart, I think if we're ever on our good day and we have a shot, we can beat her. But we haven't done it, so you have to tip your hat to them. But, I just thought that come year end, I knew it'd be a battle with her, but I thought we could best her more than she bested us. But we're going to have to find out and maybe wait till next year, but it should be fun.
In addition to the Matron Finals at Dover Downs on Sunday, Maywood Park will be hosting Grand Circuit racing on Friday, with the featured event being the Windy City Pace for 3-year-olds. In this week's edition of Paul's Paddock Picks, USTA Internet News Manager Paul Ramlow takes a look at the Windy City Pace and a couple of interesting matchups from the Matron Finals at Dover Downs.
This weekend we have Grand Circuit racing at 2 locations, Maywood Park on Friday night, Dover Downs on Sunday night. At Maywood on Friday night, we have the $177,000 Windy City Stake for 3-year-old pacing colts. I think this is finally the opportunity for Lucan Hanover to get that major win on his resume. He's got post position 2 and doesn't have to face Captain Treacherous. Those two had an epic battle last week in the American National at Balmoral Park. Lucan Hanover came first over at the half-mile marker, battled Captain Treacherous all the way down to the wire, lost by just half a length. Like I said, I think he'll be the favorite and should come away with the Windy City Championship. On Sunday night at Dover Downs, there are 8 Matron Stake finals. One race in particular grabbed my attention, and that's the 2-year-old Colt Trot. Nuncio is the morning line favorite at 6-5. He's the only horse that defeated Father Patrick this year. He will be the favorite, as I said, and should be the horse to come away with the victory in the Matron. However, there's 2 other horses in that race I think that are very interesting. Don Dorado has the rail. He is the Pennsylvania Sire Stake champion, but unfortunately he hasn't minded his manners lately, making breaks in his last 2 starts. If he stays flat, though, he'll be an awful important horse in this race. I'm also looking at the Chris Ryder trained Well Built, who comes into the race on a 3-race winning streak. He looks like he is finally rounding into form and could pick up the pieces if the top 2 choices falter. It'll be an exciting weekend of racing. I'm Paul Ramlow for Paul's Paddock Picks.
Trackmaster is a sponsor for Ion Harness Racing, and I hope you've had a chance to check out Trackmaster's Harness Pro. It is the most unique and powerful harness handicapping tool available on the market today. There's no software to download or install. Simply and easily handicap from any PC, Mac, or tablet computer using a web browser. Visit Trackmaster.com to become a Harness Pro. Trackmaster will be providing us with their Platinum Picks for the Ion Harness Racing Race of the Week. Here are this week's Trackmaster Platinum Picks for the Windy City Pace.
Harness handicappers, this one's for you. Trackmaster Harness Pro is the most unique and powerful handicapping tool dedicated to harness racing on the market today. It's a combination of all the features found in sophisticated handicapping software, all conveniently presented as a web-based, all-in-one handicapping utility. The only product you'll ever need. Trackmaster Harness Pro has these exclusive features: top performers, graphs, power ratings, sortable statistics, PDF race programs included. Trackmaster is your complete source for harness racing information. Trackmaster Harness Pro for the serious player.
Next week, we'll look back at the Grand Circuit action at Dover Downs and Maywood Park, and ahead to the opening of the new Meadowlands Grandstand on the next edition of Ion Harness Racing.